Just last week, my son's preschool shut down completely. That means I had to do the ultimate work-life balance of homeschooling and managing and keeping alive a toddler while also maintaining my duties in my occupation and just having a functioning household. It's a moment that so many of us are dealing with right now, and it is the juggling act of life. But as we think about this juggling act, we need to ask ourselves, do I really need to juggle all of these things at once, or can I let some of it go? Are you bringing your 2019 goals, expectations into 2020 and beyond? In this video, we're going to be exploring what does it look like to let go of some of our expectations, even some of our hopes and goals, in order to hold on to our mental sanity and stability. One of the critical things we have to recognize is when do we need to let go in order to hold on? What does that even mean? Key to juggling is to know that some of the balls you have in the air are made of plastic, some are made of glass. If you drop a plastic ball, it'll bounce, no harm done, but if you drop a glass ball, it will shatter. That means you have to know which balls are glass and which balls are plastic, and prioritize catching the glass one. Oh my God. As I've spoken about before, we as educators want to be able to be everything, do everything. But sometimes just sitting down and actually pairing out what are the important pieces, what are the glass balls I need to keep in the air, and which ones are plastic. In other words, which ones can I let go of at least for a little while in order to maintain my sanity? Consider these examples. It is important. It is a glass ball I must maintain to build quality relationships because everything I do hinges upon that. It is a plastic ball to quote unquote get through all of my content. So as I juggle, I can't potentially do both, especially if I'm teaching virtually or hybrid. I can't necessarily build all the quality relationships that I normally would in the classroom and get through all of my content at the same time. So which one do I have to let go of? Is it okay for me to know that it's better to prioritize a few key concepts and relationships than to try to do it all?
Oh, see?
It's important to have quality feedback. That's a different mindset than grading every task. Maybe it is okay for me to just let go of grading everything and know that I'm going to evaluate and give feedback on the important stuff. It's important to have structure, something I can consistently do effectively rather than worrying about mastering all the technology. It is important to trust my ability to adapt rather than wanting this back to normal mentality. So many of us are juggling this concept in the air of, I will do X when it's back to normal. I can't wait for it to get back to normal. Maybe we need to let that go for a little bit. Just instead focus on our ability to adapt. Take 5 minutes and actually jot down, T-chart it out. What are the most important values that you have right now? What is the most important element of being a good teacher or a good parent? And what are the things that have consumed your thought that you could let go of? The plastic balls that if I don't get to it right now, if I don't get to it this week, it will be okay. Another way that we can shift this mentality and let go in order to hold on is to move from the mindset of being great at blank to good enough. I know this might be challenging for a lot of us. I want to be great. Maybe right now I need to just be good enough. So often we fill in our minds these images of what it means to be a great parent, a great friend, a great teacher. But we might instead have to look at, I'm going to do my best within the time and ability I have to be good enough. Long term, this might not be the mentality, but in the short term, when we know we're burning out, it is okay to move from great to good enough. One of the other major things that we need to let go of in order to hold on is grudges. So I pose this question, who do you need to forgive? Do you need to forgive yourself? Do you need to forgive a tangible human being who has upset you? Do you need to forgive a macro level concept like a pandemic? Now in our next video, we are going to dive into what exactly it means to forgive and what are the misperceptions that we have. In the meantime, just mull over this question. Who do you need to forgive? What do you need to let go of in order to have a little bit more calm and composure and sanity within your